Hey y'all, it's Margaret from Just Living Life Homestead. I am bringing to y'all one of the easiest dinners I've made yet. It is homemade chicken and dumplings. It's got a total of about 5 or 6 ingredients, and that includes the broth from the chicken as it is boiling. Let me show you real quick what ingredients we're going to have, and then I'll bring you back after the chicken is done cooking while I show you what I do to strip the chicken and get it going into the pot again and making the dumplings. So let's turn around here and take a look. Alright, so you see the size pot I have. Now I only have 4 chicken legs. It's the thigh and the leg together. We buy them in bulk from like Carter's and Walmart. Got a lot of steam going, and what you watch for is that the skin comes off of the legs. Now once the skin comes off the legs, you usually can know that your chicken is done. At least that's what I go by. Then we will be using the stock from that chicken. We'll be using pepper, and it's just pure ground black pepper, nothing special. I believe I got it from either Kroger's or the Dollar Tree. I'm using pink Himalayan salt, and I do remember I got that from the Dollar Tree. And my handy dandy self-rising flour, and for my dumplings I'll just be making it with flour and water. And I will be back in a few minutes to show y'all as I'm pulling the chicken off and making the dumplings and throwing it all together. Be back soon. Hey y'all, I am back, and we are I took my chicken out. I put it in a strainer sitting in a pot so that it will actually start cooling off. I'm running cold water over it. I still have the skin on it, and the bones are there still. I'm going to run the water over it, and then I'm going to put the chicken I'm going to use in this container. I have it sitting in the sink. I still have the broth in my pan, and it's still at the medium. The heat that it's at is medium right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull the skin off, and I'm going to leave it here. I don't have any animals that I can give the fat, the bones or the skin to. I would be a little iffy about giving it to any of my poultry animals. So I just get rid of it. I don't have any animals to feed it to. And I'm simply just pulling the meat off. It is still very hot, so please be careful if you're doing this. As you can see, it comes right off. It only takes a few minutes. Make sure there is a little bone right here. Let me show you. And it is in the part of where the leg is. It is in this part here. It is in here, and you got to make sure you get it out, because if not, it's going to hurt you or somebody else. So I'm going to finish pulling all this meat off. It won't take me but a few minutes, and then I'll be right back and show you what our next steps are. Alright, well, I thought my camera was on, and for some reason it was not working with me. So this container had about this much chicken. I went ahead and put it in the pan, and I have about this much of the chicken broth, the stock from where I boil the chicken. No extra water put into it right now. So I'm going to show you what I do to make the chicken and dumplings. It's really simple, y'all. There's nothing to it. All you're going to do is mix water and flour. And we like a lot of dumplings, so I will end up making quite a bit to put in there, and they like both small and big dumplings. So for this 3 cups, and I'm sure I'm going to do much more. I've got hot water going. Just got my spoon here. And I'm just going to mix it until it is a little bit less than pancake consistency. Just add water to it, keep mixing. I mean, y'all, it cannot get any easier, any simpler than this to make a hot homemade dinner that you don't have to babysit constantly. Boil the chicken, go do something else while you're letting it boil. It might take 20 minutes, it might take 30, 35 minutes to cook. You're doing something else. You can even cook the chicken however you want. You can put it in your Instapot, you can put it in your slow cooker while you're gone during the day. Come back home, your chicken is cooked, and then you finish the rest of it. So you can see the consistency of it. It's a little bit thicker than what you would have for a pancake mix, or just add it. A lot of people like it a little bit thinner, but this is how we like it. Okay, so we will go from here, and let me show y'all how I am going to do it in the pot. Now the pot right now, I don't know if you can see it, but it is still, it has a small boil simmer. I'm going to turn it up some. Y'all to see if I'm doing this. See, it's got a good boil going in there. It's really picking up. And so all you're going to do is take it and drop it in. Please be careful. This water is very hot. You will burn yourself very easily. If you like thicker, or I would say more meatier dumplings, where you like it to be more bread-like, you might want to add a little bit less water. These for us come out just right. They will at first, at the top of it, they'll start breaking up a little bit. But as you're putting it in here, and you just, it's not fancy, y'all. You're just putting it in, dropping it in, letting it go. Easy, simple. Just let it go in. And I might end up having to do more dumplings here in a little while. Add to it. Yeah. Let me show y'all. Now, see? They look amazing. It's real simple, real easy. And now we're just going to add salt and pepper. And my hubby loves pepper a lot. So we add it to taste for you. Some people don't like pepper at all. Don't add it. Some people like more or a hotter pepper. Add a little bit other peppers, some red peppers or some other pepper sauces to it. I do not add a whole lot of salt to it, but I know that having some salt added to it helps bring the flavor out. And then if you want more salt added to it, you can do it in your own preference.
What was it to drain it here?
And then all you're going to do is turn it down to about medium low. You're going to cover it some so that the dumplings can form. Turn it down to, well, I think I'm going to do it just below medium low. And you're going to let it form. And you're going to let it sit here and cook for about maybe 15 minutes. So you've taken a few minutes to make your dumplings. That was like all of 5 minutes. Whatever time it took for your chicken to cook. And you could do something else. You'll be doing it while you're at work or off doing whatever it is that you need to do throughout the day. And it can be cooked and done while you are doing other things. You can even cook your chicken ahead of time. You know, a day or two before if you're already going to be fixing chicken for some other reason. Take some extra chicken, put it in a container, put it in your freezer or fridge depending on when you're going to be using it and making this. And then you just heat it back up. If you do that, if you pre-cook your chicken and go to fix it, then make sure you use some kind of chicken stock. Don't believe I have any here, but I do have, I bought this on sale. It is a chicken flavoring, like bouillon. You can use some of this. Just make sure it's not too salty. You won't want it too salty. That will throw off your taste. But chicken stock is better. If you cook your chicken another time, save some of it in quart jars, stick it in your fridge in the back of it where it's really cold, and it will last a long time. I have used chicken stock personally for my own that I've put in there that has been in there for a month or two, and it was still good. And I'm not what you call a rebel canner. I am just a do what you can with what you have and make it work. So we are going to let this sit and bubble and soak in there and cook for about 10-15 minutes, and then I will come back in a few minutes and I will put some in a bowl and show you what it looks like when it's the finished product. Also, make more dumplings if you need more. Do the same thing, just add a couple cups of flour and start adding your water to it. Mix it up. It's real simple. You've got your chicken and your chicken stock, and whatever kind of stock it's going to be, whether it's what you boiled it in another time, another jar, even the chicken bouillon. You've got your salt and pepper flavorings, or whatever salt flavorings you want. You've got flour, and you've got water. 6. If you count water as an ingredient, and you should, you've got 6. Chicken, stock, your salt and pepper, your flour, and your water. 6 ingredients for an amazing meal that this here has only taken us a total of 10 or 15 minutes to put all together here towards the end. You'll have another 10 or 15 minutes to let them cook down, so maybe 30 minutes, and 30 minutes probably for your chicken. So it's going to take you a total of maybe an hour, and that includes your cooking time for your chicken. Easy, yummy. Let's show y'all here in a few minutes just what it looks like and what it tastes like. Alright y'all, we are back, and as you can see, it has gotten lots of yummy thick dumplings here going. One thing you can see is you can see the dumpling, the sauce from it. If you want the sauce to be thicker, you can let it cook for a little bit longer, and it will thicken up more. And so now we're going to take some out, and it is so very hot. There are lots of dumplings in it. If you like more chicken, then add more chicken. It will make it to your liking, to what you like. This is going to be way too hot. Way too hot to eat. Oh my God, it is so good. So good. It's so hot. Thanks for being here and taking part of this homemade chicken and dumplings. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, give us a like, and if you like, hit that subscribe button and the bell button, and you'll be notified every time I upload videos, whether they be about gardening or cooking. Thanks for being here, and as always, bless you now, today, and always. Bye.